Hello, everybody. This is yours truly, DK, back with another video. If you're new here, this channel is based on the teachings of Neville Goddard and the law of assumption. Now, today's video, we are going to get into the Eastern Gate method, aka using your scent of smell to manifest whatever it is that your heart desires. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, in one of Neville's lectures, Neville talks about a lady by the name of Mrs. Niemeyer. Excuse my cat. Mrs. Niemeyer was there at one of Neville's lectures, right? And she puts what Neville taught to the test. She right then and there imagined holding a rose and smelling the scent of the rose. Now, this led her to going right back to her house or apartment, right? And she ended up when she entered into the building, you know what I'm saying, where her apartment was in, she could smell a whole aroma of roses down the hallway. So she followed that smell all the way, which led her to her apartment. And when she opened up a door, guess what she saw? Not just 1 dozen of roses, not just 2 dozen of roses, but 3 dozen of roses, ladies and gentlemen. And she later on tells Neville, as Neville tells her story, that it was someone outside, I think it was a king or a queen or whatever, that was having a ceremony. And they had too many flowers and roses. So they thought about throwing some away and giving some away. So it was one person who knew Mrs. Niemeyer. And that person suggested, like, well, since Mrs. Niemeyer loved roses, why don't we, give some of the roses to her? And so the person who's in charge of that event said, go ahead, take those 3 dozen of roses up there to Mrs. Niemeyer. So what that tells you, ladies and gentlemen, that you are so freaking powerful that you too can do the exact same thing that Mrs. Niemeyer did, or maybe even greater. Now, I remember when I put this to the test, my mother used to always make these delicious chocolate fudge brownies. I swear, before she even had the thought of putting them on in the oven, I've already smelt those delicious fudge brownies in my imagination. And every time I did that in my imagination, she got inspired to bake some brownies. It never fails. And also, for all the ladies out there, when was the last time it was a certain type of perfume that you wanted, and you went to the store for that perfume, even though you didn't have the money right then and there to purchase that specific perfume that you wanted? You took a sample of that perfume and you rubbed it on your wrist and you smelled it. So you smelled it, and that smell, went right in. That sense of smell of that specific type of perfume went right into your memory bank, which is also your imagination. And before you knew it, you ended up something had happened, and you end up, even getting the money to get it, or someone surprised you and bought the perfume for you. Come on, we do this all the time, ladies and gentlemen. When we using our senses in our little imaginal act or meditation. Now, for all the fellas out there, when the last time have you went to the dealership just to get a feel of what it will be like to be in that new car? I known people that went to a dealership to get that scent that you smell of a fresh new car. That scent, they use that fresh scent of smell in that new car to help them manifest that new car that they wanted. So don't take my word for it, ladies and gentlemen. Put it to the test, and you will see for yourself. You can for the perfume example, you can imagine smelling that scent of perfume on you while you looking yourself in the mirror, getting ready to head out to work or Starbucks or whatever. Or there's another one that you can use is you can imagine a scene where your best friend is coming to you and tell you, and they're like, damn, what you got on? They're like, well, I got this new perfume called such and such. You're like, oh yeah, damn, it smells so good. I'm gonna have to give me some myself. How much it costs? And then you tell in your imagination, you can hear yourself reply back to them saying, it costs this price right here. Oh, okay, well, my next paycheck, I'm getting one. Something very simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple. It's all about what implies that you now have whatever it is that your heart desires. And you can use your sense of smell when it comes to cologne, perfume, food, whatever. Like for me, when it comes to pizza, I know exactly how a delicious pizza smells. I smelled pizza too many goddamn times not to know what the pizza smelled like. And you probably did too. So, every single time, like when I used to have a desire to eat pizza, I see it in my mind's eye, and then I also smell it as well too. And that right there help brings about every single little thing. Remember, the how is none of your business. Leave it up to your father business, which rests within you, known as your I amness, known as your God self, known as God, Jehovah, or whatever name you want to label him. Leave it up to your higher self. And you told in the Bible that his ways are past finding out. So it's not up to you to figure out or to micromanage how this whole thing is going to come about. Leave it up to your higher self. Your job is to only imagine, recite a phrase, script, whatever that implies your wish has already been fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? That's your only job to do. The rest, you leave it up to your higher self, which is God. And then you'll be surprised sometimes how these things unfold. Just because you can't see it right here, right now, doesn't mean it's not in the process of being, in the process of becoming. Think of it like this. Your attention, it goes, like your thought, whenever you imagine something, whenever you imagine having something or capture the feeling or the mood of what it'd be like to have something, it immediately goes right out. It goes from that front, to the to your conscious mind, the front brain right here, to the back of your reticular activating system. And then it goes out and it comes back in a form of people, places, and circumstances and events. So think of the game of Messenger, for instance. When back in the day when you used to write stuff down, on paper, and then you pass it on to whoever that note was intended to, to get to, think of your thoughts, your intentions as playing a game of Messenger. You're sending out that thought and people are picking up on that thought. They're getting an inspired idea and they will act on that idea. They think there's their idea, but that idea was inspired by you, which is the render sender. Like it says in the Bible, your word must go out and must not return back to me void, but it must accomplish to where I have sent it to. So that's what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. I assume that you totally understand what I'm doing and you will now begin to put this, put this to the test in your everyday life from now on. Because at the end of the day, we are all individual expressions of God, experiencing what it's like to be a human being. Now, with all that being said, thank y'all so much for the like. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for hitting subscribing to my videos. Thank you for hitting the bell notification icon so you could be immediately notified when a new video comes out. And if you need any type of help manifesting with anything, if you need a little bit of guidance, don't hesitate to contact me. In the description below. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I wish y'all nothing but infinite blessings from this day moving forward.